The Prince and Princess of Wales will be visiting the Copper Box Arena, no less, in the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in East London.
William and Kate will be at an event to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Core Coach. That's a programme launched in 2012 in response to the London riots and contribute to the legacy ideals of the 2012 London Olympics and Paralympic Games.
Well, let's cross live to the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, and Rosie Wright is waiting for us there with, as we say, a bit of legacy, Rosie.
Yeah, and lots of people waiting with real excitement. The event kicks off in about an hour's time, and the arena behind me, the Copper Box, which you'll remember from the Olympics 10 years ago, was home to things like handball and fencing. Today, Core Coach are going to be putting on a real showcase of the work that they do, and do that for the Prince and Princess of Wales. Renee is one of Core Coach's ambassadors, and also you were trained up by the organisation. Just to explain what impact that's had and how it's changed the trajectory of your young adult life.
Of course, Coach Core have had this impact on young people where they give them a safe space, they allow them to use their youth voice. Again, a lot of the time young people are probably shunned out for using their voice. A lot of the ways that we know young people might be a bit more focused around going down the wrong path, making mistakes and not learning from them. However, Coach Core gives you a space to do that with free space again and free time as well.
So you were trained up so that you could teach other people how to do sport. So what's your job now?
It changes day to day, it absolutely changes. So from working with young people, again around school ages, so that 11 to 16 age, as well as in the evening, going and doing an evening session. Probably got refugees, young people who are coming over to the session trying to stay off the street. We have a walking football session. It varies, all the time, varies.
So Renee's from Birmingham, when you just said now you've hardly ever been to London. So
hardly ever been.
Welcome to Stratford, home of the Olympics. One really key thing about the Olympics was making sure there was going to be a legacy that extended beyond it. What are kind of your memories of watching the Olympics 10 years ago? You had only been about 10.
About that age, yeah. I remember a lot of the stuff on TV going around in school. We made a massive fuss about it in the community. We had some sort of mini games going on at local parks, community centres. But my main memory was the fact that someone like Jessica Ennis, who came from, again, hardship and the background that she did, she was able to go through the heptathlon with flying colours, and that really inspired me.
Yeah, and to be excel at so many different versions of sport.
100%, all sorts. I think it's good to be a jack of all trades, but again, when you put it to the physicality side, you've got to be a supermodel to go for that.
Well, talking of supermodels, you're going to meet some, well, I guess we can call them celebrities, the royals. They're going to be arriving, the Prince and Princess of Wales. Everybody's getting more familiar with their new titles now. What does it mean for you and for the organisation to have support from people who've said, actually, for young people and their mental health, we're really going to prioritise this?
It's created an opportunity for us to push open doors that we didn't know were there to be opened. A lot of young people who have the capacity to make the difference in the community don't feel like they're resourced often. They feel like they're underrepresented. However, events like this just go to prove how much acknowledgement there is for young people with those kind of hopes and dreams. So yeah, it opens those doors, and again, I'm one of the people who benefited from that, so proud.
And the Royals are going to be doing some sports. What might we see them get up to?
Well, the Aston Villa Foundation are obviously here to do football. We've got another organisation here doing some boxing, where some apprentices have done their placement there. And we've got some young people who have been working with people living with disabilities in activities like boccia, bowls and some small-sided games as well.
Renee, thank you very much for talking to me. You are totally inspirational. One of over 700 people who've been trained up as apprenticeships as part of the legacy of the Olympics 10 years ago, to make sure that young people from more disadvantaged backgrounds can teach others some of the brilliance and excellence we see in sport.